Welcome, everyone, to the Open at Belton, brought to you by the Disc Golf Network as part of the Silver Series season for 2022. This is the FPO lead card coverage for round 2. This is the front 9. We're out at Heritage Park. I'm Sarah Hokom here with Holly Finley.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We will have an exciting card of talented athletes for you to check out today.
Moving on to hole 1. This is a par 3, 388 feet. This one has OB ditches on the left and the right, as well as lined with OB on the far right and left sides and deep. This one has a couple options. You can go up the gut or around the right side. The wind conditions are pretty favorable today, so there's going to be all the options.
First up, we have Alexis Mandujano.
She came in with a 7 down yesterday, just a smoking hot round.
1,000 rated, wasn't it?
I'm not sure, but it should have been.
Yeah, incredible. So there are those OB ponds, dry ponds that Sarah mentioned. It looks like she might have ended up in that one on the left.
Well, she got some claps, so she might have just gotten beyond it.
Let's hope so.
Always tough to start the round with an out-of-bounds stroke. Rebecca also had a great round yesterday, coming in at 5 down. This is a flow.
Oh, I love that.
And she puts it right outside the bullseye. What a shot.
Incredible. Kristin Tattar up third.
Also with a -5 yesterday.
That's a little low. Hopefully it will stay in bounds. Safe and sound.
And rounding out your lead card today, sponsored by Dynamic Disc, Holyn Handley.
And Holyn Handley, new to the tour scene this year. She played a couple of big events last year, but now she's on tour full time. She's another long thrower that came over from Ultimate. That's a little low. Hopefully it glides past that OB pond. Tough to say from this angle.
Good luck. Thank you all for coming out.
Kristin with a simple pitch up. Got a little bit of a right to left wind.
And that'll do.
Alexis was just safe.
That's a relief. Little putter pitch up.
Holyn also looks to be safe. That's a very ultimate sidearm. And Kristin tapping out. We still haven't gotten to Rebecca's lie.
Here we go. What a killer drive.
What a start.
That looks good. And Alexis tapping out for her par. So after hole 1, we've got Rebecca with the only birdie and everyone else with a par. That's a good way to start. Conditions are much more favorable today. So here we are at hole 2. If you checked out yesterday's round, you remember there's a couple different routes to the basket. Most preferred is through the middle here under this low ceiling. Try to get as far as possible on your drive. The upshot is the most important one, in my opinion, on this sloped green. It's really tricky to land near the basket. It's easy to hyzer long, left OB, or just pitch it short to the top of the hill. So we'll see if the girls can get a birdie 3 here.
Rebecca coming off that birdie goes back to the flow.
Oh, I love that.
Pures it once again. I'd say she should keep that one in her bag.
It's money.
Alexis up next. This is her passion. That's also the disc she threw.
See what you did there. We have Tattar up third.
This is a musket.
I have never heard of a musket.
I hadn't either, and she also threw it off of hole 1.
And that was a little low, similar to hole 1. Still in a favorable position.
Holyn going with an evader. Pretty stable disc, medium speed. Looking to get that left fade.
You can see everyone tried to keep it really low. As I mentioned, those trees do have a low ceiling. So she does sneak past those middle trees.
That's a pretty disc.
It is.
It's her chameleon.
Get up, get up, get up.
Chameleon verdict. It's a pretty stable mid.
Sometimes if you crest just the top of the hill, it's so dusty and loose dirt up there, you can sort of skid down to the basket. Ooh, that's high.
Needs to get some good. Oh
wow! I
stayed
thought it
up
was
top.
that was going to be down by the tree. Very
That's a
deceiving.
That's a tricky shot from up there too. I mean, it's only 50 feet, but it's extremely downhill.
I like the sidearm the best for the second shot here. I feel like it just lands better than the backhand.
Holyn puts it up a little high, leaves herself outside of circle 1 with a death putt.
And Rebecca with the longest drive.
She's going that right side. There's a little bit more trouble over there.
Sit down.
And that'll be a pretty level putt, but at the edge of the circle.
And that tree could get in the way, as we saw from Alexis's shot yesterday. No part of that. She says, I'm going to lay it up for safety and take my drop-in par.
Kristin, let's see if she does the same. Yep.
And we've got some smart golf here, folks.
Holyn's got a little more of a decision, but
Wow.
not really. She had already decided when she stepped up there. Rebecca's, this is a pretty favorable position outside of the fact that she's having to straddle it.
So she'll be putting for her birdie 3, the only one at a birdie look right now.
I like that she's level with the basket
Me too.
and not too much trouble on the miss.
Come on.
Sit.
That was a good try. So we just like to think that through again. This is the lead card of the female division, and three of them laid up for par, even though they were very much in putting distance. I do love smart golf.
24% of the field did birdie this, so the lead card just lost a stroke to quite a few ladies.
So after that group of pars, we have Alexis in the lead on this card. It's still 7 under.
On to hole 3. This is a par 3, 309 feet. It plays as a sidearm flex down into this river area. There's so many trees to miss. The important part is to just keep it in bounds and hit that initial gap. There is OB on that right side hill. There is that Mando right off the tee. And then the left side river area is also OB.
So Rebecca choosing the forehand off the tee. Right side flex. That's a little high. Let's hope it falls and rolls. No. Wait. That's the green side.
Yeah, we're seeing the red side, but
Excellent.
that means they're seeing the green side.
Excellent.
There's a lot, you can get a lot of luck off those trees. The hillside is so extreme that often, even though it may land OB, it rolls.
I agree. Oh, this looks tasty.
That's Alexis
Oh,
and her
no.
Raptor.
Oh, that looks in too.
It hit this side hill and came down. Yeah, nice.
Hill is being friendly today.
Another sidearm. This is Kristin's chameleon verdict.
Oh, it's low.
She has thrown all 3 tee shots low today so far. That
Out
one's
of
going to cost her,
bounds.
though. So she'll go to the drop zone. And Holyn going felon, so overstable fairway.
Ooh, I like that. Let's hope it's not too long.
She needs it to hit something. Oh, good.
And thank you, trees. So she'll have a nice longer open look, almost from the drop zone.
Wow, turnover gap with a sidearm.
Hey, that's a putt.
Heck yeah. See, I would have picked backhand there. That's crazy. What a shot. And same with Alexis. She's going sidearm. That's a pretty big gap. I like it.
It is.
And she parks it.
Great shot.
Holyn lining up that sidearm again. Another sidearm.
Nice touch on that.
All right, Kristin has to throw a sidearm here, right?
I mean, it seems like the trend.
Looks like she's just going to putt. Which
Go,
I
go,
don't
go, go,
blame
go.
her.
That was good.
Good shot. Trying to save the par.
So Becca from about 30.
Also looking for a par save.
Get in.
And she does it.
Great putt. So Rebecca Cox has changed her putt up from last year. I've talked to her a lot about it. She worked really hard in the off season to added more spin and changed the nose angle a bit. So it's exciting to see all the ladies out here improving their game, constantly trying to be better as Alexis taps in her shot.
So once again, no birdies from the lead card. Kristin walking away with that bogey. Big shout out to Elaine King, Lisa Fakis, and Vanessa for getting that birdie today.
Ooh, let's go, ladies. So 3 pars and a bogue.
Everybody's still 1 stroke apart. It's a tight battle. On to hole 4.
Here we are, hole 4. We do have out of bounds on the left in the river and a plastic construction style fence. You can play it safe and choose a mid and try to land on the path, or get a little more aggressive with a fairway or a driver and try to shoot past the metal gate here. This is a par 4, but it's very much threeable for our division. A nice controlled upshot into this elevated green will get you a chance at a birdie 3. Rebecca up first. It's a little high. You do not want to hyzer left. There is out of bounds left really early off the tee as well. Curious to see where Becca ended up.
Alexa's going stalker. So controlled fairway.
I like that. I like that.
That's the miss, is to push it into that right side.
And I like how low she kept it as well.
Holyn going escape. So neutral fairway driver. Looks like she's trying to get out of the gap.
Let's hope that sits on the path. Oh, wow. That was very favorable. Again, I feel like the height contributed to the landing zone for that. I do like the lower shots here. Come on, sneak.
Kristin with a claymore into what looks like an out of bounds section. She may be in that open. Oh, looks like she made the area, the bailout area. So maybe a little tight over there.
So from this position, you have a nice hyzer into the green. Should give Holyn a chance at a birdie. That's looking good. It's a putt.
Yeah, looks like right at the edge of the bullseye.
Come on, swing. And that looks like a putt as well.
A little bit on the headwind side, but I really like the landing zone on the front of the basket on this hole.
No. That's going to hyzer out. That is not really a putt, in my opinion, on this elevated green. It could be if you're feeling brave that day. And this is just kind of
Kristin
annoying, but
looks like she might be going through the
she's good.
rail.
So I knew she could do
it's
that.
really obstructed, but that's a big enough hole to get that disc through there.
That was a cool shot. Nice scramble action from Kristin Tattar. Well, now that Becca's up here, I'm looking at it. I'm like, heck, that looks like a putt.
Oh, a little miscue on the layup. I don't think she was running that.
No, I don't either. I think it was just more of a floaty layup.
Now, Alexis for her birdie putt into a headwind on the turtleback.
Get up.
Great
Nice.
putt.
So this is the turtle hole.
The turtleback, yes.
Okay.
Holyn also looking for birdie.
Nice putt. And Becca to save her par. Very nice. As you can see, Becca's wearing her custom socks with her Rebecca Cox logo on it, and that looks really cute. Kristin taps in for her amazing scramble par. Look at Nathan Queen sighting riding in the background.
So some great scrambles, some good birdies. That puts Alexis, though, 2 ahead of the field. On to hole 5, 788 feet, par 5. The first shot, most players are going to throw to the right of this tree that you see on the right. Sidearms might go left. The next shot is going to be another distance shot, usually out to the right side, hyzering into the lion's eye. Most players aren't going to quite get there in 2, so they'll have a couple hundred feet to approach the pin, trying to leave themselves a really short putt for birdie on this very difficult green.
Which is an eye, as you mentioned yesterday.
A lion's eye is what I've told it is.
Lion's eye. Alexis smashes a good drive right down the preferred route. I love that. Little wind check with some dust action.
It's certainly a lot less wind than yesterday, but it is still present.
Mm-hmm.
Holyn going with a rive, so overstable distance driver. Trying to make sure she doesn't turn it over to that right side OB. Keeps it low.
That'll work.
Inbounds. Rebecca going with a raider. Another stable distance driver, looking at that right side.
Come on, get off of that.
Kick left.
Oh, hate to see it.
Kristin deciding to take the middle route. I think you get a little more distance there with a rive.
So we'll have Becca up first after her out-of-bounds shot.
She's got to pump this out there far, but not turn it over.
It's low, but it's going places, so...
Needs to get in front of that tree. Oh, she does. I'll
She's-
open up her next shot.
Yeah, she's still in position for par at this point.
Holyn with a wide open fairway to work her magic. She's going back to the rive.
Oh, that's tasty.
Alexis with a wide open hyzer. Turns it over a little bit, gets great distance. And past the road, so she'll have a kind of a lateral shot to the pin. Kristin is one of the people that can get to this one. And she gets, wow. Okay, yep, keep coming forward. There it is. It's in the grass beyond the road. I think it's circle 2.
So Becca with her third shot, or it'd actually be fourth shot since she went out of bounds.
She needs to put this close.
Get up there.
Okay, she's got a putt at it. Alexis is third as well.
Very good.
Yes. Just outside the bullseye. That's where you want to be. Holyn on her third.
I haven't played or watched Holyn that much, but she does that, fake out throw before the actual throw, and she's still faking me out.
You're like, where'd it go? Oh, it's in her hand.
Oh, hasn't gone yet. So Kristin for a layup.
Leaves herself beyond the eyelashes.
That can be kind of an obstructed putt, but she's talented, so I've got faith in her for that.
So Rebecca from a long look at a very dangerous green to save her par.
No wind.
Looks like she yanked it just a bit. And she'll have a similar distance on the way back. Yeah, this is the point where you think, okay, when should I have laid up or when should I lay up?
I have a personal rule that I only give myself 2 chances, 2 full power chances, and then I lay up. Hopefully you don't get worse than 2 or 3 over par. Some of us can be hard-headed. We just don't stop going round and round the basket. So Holyn for bird. Incredible.
And Kristin will have to straddle outside of the eyelashes. Some nice mascara.
Oh, yeah.
The brown, I think it really goes with the eye color there.
Mm-hmm, more natural.
Mm-hmm. Kristin does straddle putt most of the time anyway, so this shouldn't be a big stretch.
Yeah, this is in her favor. That looked like no big deal at all from Tattar. Grabs her birdie putt out of the basket. Alexis also putting for her birdie. Solid. And Becca runs in to clean up her situation.
Yeah, that's a rough hole. Just go out of bounds and then 3-putt, 4-putt. But she will recover. Shout out to Katrina that got the eagle on that.
Ooh, sweet.
Otherwise, a bunch of birdies. So well done to most of the card.
I mean, it's literally the most popular disc of all time in the history of the sport. At its core, it's one of the most important tools a player has in their bag, a dependable, straight-flying mid-range. But the legacy of the Buzz goes a lot deeper than just that.
The crowd was so spectacular today. Just the energy from you all was just amazing. I love you, Oregon!
Welcome back. Hole 6. A couple of different routes you can take to the basket. What are you feeling that day? Left, middle, right? You choose. I like the middle route. It gets you more distance, I feel like, and closer to the green. This is a par 3 for us. It's almost unreachable for the majority of the field, but as I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of long throwers on this card and actually in our division now. So a lot of ladies that can pump 400 plus. We'll see if anyone gets a bird here.
Alexis taking that left side, throwing her passion.
And that's a really good shot. I feel like it's hard to get to the pin taking the left route, though. Unless you do the roller.
Apparently, we have a difference of opinion.
Okay.
You need a left or right for the sidearm, though. We'll see how close Holyn can get it.
It's high. It's high.
Ooh, that is the miss on this sidearm shot, unfortunately. But on the other side of the trees, it's still within range for her to get up and down for a birdie even, actually. It's a par 4. It's a par 3? Par 3. This is a very long par 3.
Kristin opting for the sidearm as well, and that's got some sauce on it.
She's got tons of power.
I could flare skip closer to the basket and give her a long putt.
Just outside circle 2.
I like that. Becca choosing a sidearm as well.
She's got lots of power. It is the most open space. And with so few people getting a look at this hole, playing the shot that's going to get you up the fairway makes a lot of sense to me.
Great shot from Rebecca Cox.
There were no birdies on this one yesterday.
So you're saying there's a chance today?
Definitely. Get in the hole. That looks great. Inside the circle.
I remember just a few years ago when there was only a select few girls throwing forehands off the tee and as up shots. And now I feel like it's just an everyday thing. Everyone's doing it. Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
Kristin with a long putt. Looks like she's trying to make it.
Ooh. Oh, the wind got underneath it.
But still real close to the bullseye.
Sure is.
It's a good attempt. Alexis left herself a little short. A little crosswind.
Oh, no. Just a bit offline out of the hand.
Let's see if she can make the adjustment from a similar distance.
There we go. What a good comeback.
Rebecca from about the middle of the circle for the par.
There it is.
This unicorn mound is very deceiving. It kind of looks like you want to be on the front side of it when you throw your shot, but then you realize the basket is, 15 feet farther than that lie. So I like to throw it to the backside because you have, uncharacteristic miss by Kristin.
Do you feel like that was a little faster than normal? I felt like she
Definitely.
barely got her feet in position and then she just slung the putter.
Yeah, I don't know exactly
Usually she sets up for at least a few seconds first.
Agreed. I think she rushed it.
Maybe it just felt like a no big deal putt.
Well, and her push putt in a headwind is going to drop. So I wonder if she just didn't think about the wind because it hasn't really been a thing this round. And then you can see it's kind of gusting up a little bit. So a couple little miscues on that hole, a couple bogeys, a couple pars, still no birdies on the hole, and there wasn't one in the day. So maybe the final round we'll get to see somebody get that one.
Yeah, another chance at it.
Hole 7 is a par 4, 476 feet. The first shot should be a controlled distance shot out to the middle of the fairway. Really plays to a backhand. About here would be a great place to land, leaving you just under 200 feet to get to the pin. The pin does have a roll-away option on the back side, so you don't want to throw it too far past on that second shot to cash in a birdie. Holyn up first, going with a rive. So pretty overstable, distance driver, fading left, and it can be trouble over there, but she stayed just outside that fence, which is also OB.
Right. And I prefer to hang the tee shot a little bit wider so that the finish of the flight is closer to the middle. And again, Rebecca is going to end up near that fence. And
This could be OB. Is the fence going to stop it, though? There's no way to get through?
It's possible they have that little plastic bit at the bottom. Hopefully Becca's in bounds. Alexis swings it a little further right, and that should end up closer to the middle. That positioning is much better for your second shot. When you're up against that fence, man, that second shot is so tough.
Yeah, she went with a passion, which has a little bit of flip, while the other two players threw overstable.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Swing it way right. Let it work its way back in towards the middle of the fairway. Perfectly executed from Tattar.
She also threw that overstable fairway, but like you said, kept it far enough right. Also, her power flips that thing up, I think, more than most players. Alexis in perfect position. Throws her buzz right under the pin. Wow.
Wow. So no putting for Alexis. And as you can see, Becca looks like she's in bounds, but what a tricky shot. Come on, go.
Wow.
Go.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that was so
incredible.
good. What disc was that?
I think that was her tarsus. No, that was her evidence.
Incredible, Becca.
So that's a straight mid.
Yeah.
She put it on the perfect angle. Holyn also a little bit obstructed, kind of having to step out on this tricky backhand. That's her harp. And that wasn't tricky. That was really easy.
I said the second shot next to the fence was tough, but
Maybe I should play the fence tomorrow.
this is the lead card of pro women, okay? They're making stuff look easier than it is.
Rebecca for par. Wait, for birdie.
For birdie,
Goodness.
for birdie. Nice.
Yeah, this is a par 3 for the men. And I think I keep mixing up the pars because we have a slightly different par than the men, but similar holes. Kristin for birdie.
There we go.
This is playing as the easiest hole, 68% birdies.
And Alexis taps in for her birdie. So a very well played hole 7 by our lead card here. And wow, Alexis sitting at 9 under, this entire lead card under par.
Holyn only one back.
Incredible. Here we are, hole 8, probably my second favorite hole on the course. It's a par 4 for the women. At 488, it is downhill. So if the wind is favorable, you could punch a drive all the way down here and have a putt at a 2. Oh, but boy, is that risky. Most of the field is just going to play it safe, pitch a putter or a mid, short, closer to the drop zone, and try to play it for a 3. A lot of people feel like it's not even worth the trouble trying to get far on this hole. They prefer just to throw a putter or mid right down
Holyn
to the
going
fairway.
mid. Yeah, just straight mid.
Becca look like she's choosing a mid as well. Nice and low, right in the middle. No chance for fading left or right. Oh, come on, get off of those.
Needs to come out of there. That is jail. That was her stalker. Little aggressive turn on that.
It doesn't look like there's any path through those.
Kristin going harp. This kind of surprises me.
I mean, this hole can just sort of, it can just get ugly real quick. So as you could see, everyone chose safety over distance. Trying to keep it in the fairway.
Very technical out here.
Hey, that's about as good as you could hope for from that place. You can hardly even see through those pencil trees. Okay, so this is a long shot, but still a chance at saving par if she can get up into the circle.
I'd say this is about
Which we-
300 feet.
All know she can.
This is her passion
on,
that she's
swing.
been throwing this very well. Pushes it a little bit right. The trees knock her down to keep her in bounds.
So Kristin with a long upshot. That looks good. That looks good. Get up there.
Just outside the circle for her birdie.
Rebecca Cox throwing her second shot into the green here on hole 8.
Throwing the verdict. So stable mid.
I do love the trust people place in their disc, swinging it way out right towards the water, knowing it's going to hook back in towards the basket.
Holyn pitching her harp up there to circle 1. Should be a good birdie opportunity. Alexis trying to minimize the damage and parks her approach.
So Kristin putting for birdie from about 35.
Good speed.
Becca for her birdie 3. And that was a little too high. I noticed she did a little toe tap with her left toe before she putted. I'm going to pay attention to her putt from now on and see if that's a regular thing. So Holyn for her birdie putt. Also
contagious.
a little too high.
That one looked like it ramped off pretty far.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes. That's an unfortunate lie. So comebacker for par.
Come on.
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
That was so solid. It's a good feeling. Becca also got a bit of distance left on her comeback for par. Two little left toe taps. And maybe because she was worried the other one went too high, she kept that one a little lower than normal.
Yeah, it's such a battle mentally when you're missing putts, whether it's, you don't want to make an adjustment because you just want to go back to your normal putt, but then, you feel like you need to, and then it's like, do I make the adjustment, or if I adjust it, I'm going to over adjust? Whew. It's a tornado in the brain.
Welcome to disc golf.
So no birdies on this one. Surprisingly, half the field got this one. So lead card losing some strokes to most of the field. But moving on to our final hole.
Yeah, Holyn and Alexis are now tied at 8 under.
This gorgeous hole lined with pecan trees. Pecan?
Pecan.
Pecan. Did we decide? Did the poll tell us?
Pecan.
385 feet. Distance shot that has to stay inside of these trees and then move left to right at the end to get a look for an easy birdie. A lot of the backhands are going to fade left. Good for a backhand roller, but really plays to a distant sidearm.
Holyn Handley up first.
This is a culverin, so a little bit flippy distance driver, looking for it to stay right. And she'll be having an approach from about 100 feet. Kristin going to show off her distance sidearm here. This is a grace.
Ooh.
Yep, that's the line.
Ooh, wee.
Now, come on now.
Oh, my.
Get on up there.
That
Edge
is-
of the circle. Excellent.
That is really good.
Rebecca with a maverick. So this is a flippy fairway. She needs to keep that to keep turning. I really like that line.
I love that, starting it on the left side, working it back right.
Tough to get the distance with a fairway driver on this hole, but the shape was beautiful.
I would agree for my game. I don't know about everyone else's. Alexis put some height on that, and that's looking good as well. She is sneaking way up there. So 4 great shots from our lead card here as they traverse down the fairway of the Pecan Grove. Becca with a sidearm chip into the green. Fairly routine shot, and that looks like a simple putt. Alexis with her little chip shot into the green. I love seeing all these forehand chips. Oh no, oh no.
Ooh, snuck it through.
Made me nervous.
Trickled up to the bullseye. And Kristin with a look at birdie.
I love her putters with her initials on them.
From 35, and
Nice.
it catches.
Right in that corner pocket. What a sweet bird to get.
Yeah, not too many. It's one of the harder holes. Only 13% birdie on this one.
Thank you, Outside Chains. Love to see it.
And Kristin puts such good pace on her putts that even if she does miss a little bit right, it's not going to blast through the chains. You know, it's like good pace, not too much, not too little. It's a really nice sweet spot. Everybody else tapping in for the pars. Man, a lot of good golf on this front nine.
I'm telling you, what a fun front half to watch. We appreciate you tuning in, and don't forget to check out the back nine of the round 2 coverage here at the Open at Belton. I'm Holly Finley.
I'm Sarah Hokom.
See you on the next one.